As your students finish each of the design challenges, it's pretty easy to see the successes that they've had through the products that they are making, from the three-dimensional fabricator to the results that they're finding based upon their ammeter data to their ability to fit their stacked satellites into the chip cans. However, a nice way for them to actually create an aggregate of all that they have done in the design challenges is to create some form of multimedia product that shows all of the design challenges as they relate to one another to create one effective satellite design. One tool that's great for doing this is called Glogster. Glogster is an online multimedia poster generator. So what it allows is students to create a poster that, unlike in PowerPoint or Word, where it maybe able to have text or hyperlinks or maybe an image or two, you are able to have full-featured multimedia imported or inserted into these posters. So you might see students putting video of the actual satellite spinning and photos of each of the stages along the way as they were constructing that. You also may see that audio is able to be added in the form of podcasts or music. So your students might make a podcast using Audacity or Vocaroo, which is another web-based tool, and explain in their own words why they chose the design that they did. You can have them add tables, charts, graphics, diagrams that show why their design that they chose had a greater amount of solar energy absorption than that of a prior design. But the nice thing about Glogster as a tool for this is that it allows the embedding of all of these rich media elements to be able to have students really explain in a visual way why the satellite design was successful that they chose. Another tool to create a graphic representation of their product is through a tool called Easily. If you think about infographics, infographics are a way to graphically represent data. So think about the first design challenge. It's asking students to create a satellite and measure the amount of current that that satellite is able to pass through. So as students are finding the different shapes, while this is showing you the countries and the oil consumption, imagine that the different shapes of the satellites could be on the infographic here done in Easily, and imagine that you could have solar panels where the number of solar panels increase as the shape showed greater potential for absorption. So an infographic is a great way to visually represent numerical data that students may gather or collect. It's just another nice way to be able to have students represent what it is that they learned about the shapes of the satellites and the designs that they created.